Let's see. Well, Colossi and Stalkers kind of look like spiders or crabs. Sort of.
That's no Protoss units that bother me.
As for flies, what are those things called? Scourge. Scourge look like flies.
Campaign unit?
So, yeah, sort of. Though, Scourge will be back in Legacy of the Void, supposedly. But...
alright. That's a lot of banelings.
yeah. A friend of mine that played Zerg, Owen, I would always tell him, he'd complain about this specific matchup, and I'd always tell him, well, did you build banelings? And he said, no, they're useless. And then eventually one day, he realized that building like 5 or 10 banelings is not enough. You need like as many banelings as possible, and then you just crush. So it's like, I know the unit counters, but it's like, with banelings, it's like, the more the merrier! They become more cost effective! Cause they make bigger boom boom! Like that.
That is the idea behind incorporation.
They're like bunnies!
Bunnies.
At least Zerglings. Sort of.
Sort of. Only dance together.
Ooh, this is a nice spread from Flash. Like, he's lost a lot, and he didn't really have enough to really defend properly, but that was a good spread. It just, I think there's too much Zerg at this point. There's not much for Flash to do. This game might actually be over before the 20-minute mark. If Sue can get the damage done, he could potentially end it now. Especially if he gets a lot more banelings. He only has 3 on this side of the map. I don't see any morphing anywhere, but he also has to really press the issue because the Terran production cycle will kick in if he tries and waits for too many banelings. The mutas are trying to get on top of the production. If the mutas can get on top of the production, that will spell the end for our Terran player here. And he will have to go back to playing Jaedong. I don't mean that literally, I mean that as a joke, as Jaedong is not in this bracket, but or group, but those were the glory days of Flash. I'd like to see a Flash versus Jaedong present day. That would be cool.
Aren't they huge rivals?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's like MC versus MMA, but older. Well, MC and MMA are actually friends in real life as well. They're just rivals in the game scene because they're both so good. But like, they josh around with each other in real life. It is kind of funny that way. Anyways, that concludes this series with a victory for Sue. I forgot to ask. What are your thoughts of Sue? What do you know about him?
Heartbroken in that he's made it to 4 consecutive GSL finals with no victory. You have to be good to get that high, but that's just really, really sad.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Alright then. And do you have the standings for us?
Okay. Yes. Standings are coming. The standings shall be seated. Reciting of the standings shall be taking place at this moment. Okay. The number 1 Protoss is Hero at rank number 1 at 2,825 points, but trailed by Life at 2nd place at 2,250 points. The number 1 Team Acer players, MMA, at rank 13 at 900 points, beating Super at 875 points, and below Terminator at 925 points. And the top foreigner, once again, is Snoot at 450 points at rank 30, tied with Bomber, tied with Colt, and currently above Minzunik.
Where did you say MMA was, rank-wise?
13.
Huh. I didn't realize Terminator was doing so well.
Yeah. It's beating him by 25 points.
And next week we will have Innovation versus DRG.
Alright.
And that concludes our casting for this week. Next week actually should be on the shorter end because that only gives us a total of 5 games based on everything there. Innovation is just going to stomp. Apparently. So, see you guys then. And happy birthday to you.